What is going on, beautiful people? It is your boy Ace Here, back to our video. Today we'll be starting up my favorite series on the channel. We did it last year, we did it the year before, and today we are bringing it back right here, right now. And that is, we will go over each NFL team schedule and predict their record for the season. And today we'll be starting with my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins. Before we do get in the video, I'm asking you this for a huge favor, and that is if you guys can subscribe to the boy. As you see here, only 1% of you guys who actually watch the videos are subscribed, so click that subscribe button, man. Help the boy out. It'd mean the absolute world to me. And if you actually like this series, and if you want to follow along to see your favorite team's record or any team's record in the NFL, make sure to subscribe to the boy, guys. Make sure to follow along and stay tuned for the series. Also, while you guys are down there, make sure to smash the like button. That would be much appreciated. Make sure to comment what you guys want to see next down below. I make all sorts of type of videos, so what do you guys want to see next on the channel? But besides that, guys, let's get right into this video right now. I'm going to lay a ground rule. I already said the Miami Dolphins are my favorite team, and I'm going to try not to be biased here. We are going to give you guys my honest opinion on the Miami Dolphins team. I have some thoughts about the team, and I'll go into that shortly here in a second. I'll give you guys a little team preview. So starting off at quarterback, we have Tua Tagovailoa, looking to come back with a healthy season after last season. Was very disappointing. He missed a bunch of games. And then you also have Tyreek Hill, who I think is still going to be there. I don't know. He's very strange, but you have Jalen Waddle, you have Devon Achane, you have a new and improved offensive line, Jonnu Smith coming back after having the greatest tight end season in Miami Dolphins history. So you have some weapons for Tua. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. You look at the defensive side of the ball, you have a very, very good front seven, in my opinion. You have one of the better front sevens in the NFL, I have to say. Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips healthy. Then you have Chop Robinson, who is absolute menace on the edge. Zach Sealer, the most underrated defensive tackle in football, who's leading a group of rookies, highlighted by your 13th overall pick, Kenneth Grant. I mean, and then the linebacker core, you have Terrell Dotson, Anthony Walker, who were both played very well last year. The one problem with this Miami Dolphins defense is the secondary, all right? Secondary is not very good. There's not many names. They're going to trade Jalen Ramsey, I think, after June 1st. It's not looking very good. I mean, the secondary has no names. They have Caterco, who will lead the bunch, who he's usually a nickel cornerback, who I really do not think is a number one. The secondary with the safeties, none of those guys have been significant starters in the NFL. Secondary is very dim, but the Miami Dolphins do have a great defensive coordinator in Anthony Weaver, who will be an NFL head coach, I think, after this year. So I think that he will be able to make do with this defense. But that's my team preview. I think this team has a lot of potential. So let's get into it right now. Starting off with week 1 against the Indianapolis Colts. Miami Dolphins versus the Colts, man. This is going to be a very interesting matchup. The spread right now is 1 point, so they haven't been a close game. And usually the Dolphins-Colts games are pretty close. When you look at the Indianapolis Colts, you look at one thing, the quarterback position. They have Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson. This is a very good Colts team. They have pieces. It just, will that quarterback position be consistent enough for them? And I do not think that's going to happen. I think the Dolphins will be healthy week 1, and I think that they should win this game. Could be a close game, but I like the Dolphins' odds of winning week 1. Week 2, I think they will beat the Patriots. They usually always beat the Patriots at home. You know, South Beach has definitely not been kind to the Patriots. I think that trend will continue here. I think the Dolphins will beat the Patriots, but I think it'll be a lot closer. This Patriots team is much improved, and they have a ton of talent led by Drake May. So you got to give respect to the Patriots. They're definitely building something impressive. And I think that second game we'll talk about later, I think that's going to be definitely a challenge. Week 3 at Buffalo, they are losing this game. Prime time in Buffalo. Come on, the Miami Dolphins never beat Buffalo, especially in prime time, man. Come on, get out of here. We are going to be 2-1 through 3 games. Next up, week 4, the Dolphins will be 3-1. They're going to have a long week, a lot of time to rest. I think the Dolphins will be healthy after that, and I think the Dolphins will get the job done in New York. I mean, we've had New York's number over the last few years. Again, New York is going to be a tough team. Aaron Glenn's leading the way, and I think he's going to be a great NFL head coach. You also are going against Justin Fields, who is very hard to stop. I'm not going to lie, Justin Fields is a winner. He wins a lot of games, or last year he won a lot of games, and they benched him for Russell Wilson. Everything went downhill, but you know what? I think the Dolphins will get the job done here and move to 3-1. Next up, Carolina. Like I said, I made a video about it. Carolina is my sleeper team for this year. I think that Bryce Young has a ton of potential heading into the season. He is going to be a very good quarterback. He's going to show why he was the number 1 overall pick a few years back. I think that they will be a tough matchup, but again, I think the Dolphins will be too much for them. Carolina, I think, will win 7 or 8 games this year, but I just don't think that they will beat this Miami Dolphins team. Next up, though, gotta admit it, the Los Angeles Chargers will probably beat us. I know, it sucks to say, but Jim Harbaugh is a winner, and he will find a way. The one thing that I like about this matchup, though, is I think the Dolphins have very good trench pieces now where they will be able to combat the run, and then that means Justin Herbert's going to have to beat it to throw them. But I think Ladd McConkey and friends will just be too much for this Dolphins secondary with Justin Herbert throwing the ball, and I just think that I just don't think the Dolphins will be able to stop him in crucial moments. So I do think that the Los Angeles Dolphins are sitting at 4-2 through the first couple weeks. We know the Dolphins usually start strong, and I do think that the Dolphins will beat the Cleveland Browns. I like the Cleveland Browns defense. I just don't think they have it going for them on the offensive side of the ball enough to create offense. I do think the Dolphins will score. This is a game that the Dolphins probably will do well in. It's not cold yet in Cleveland. I think the Dolphins will be fine. Next up, the Dolphins are 5-2, and I think they'll go to 6-2 against this Falcons team. This Falcons team is going to be a tough matchup, though. Not too many people are talking about them, but Michael Penix Jr. always been high on him, and I'm really excited to see how he does this year. But I could see this. I could see the Dolphins losing this game, but I'm just gonna go 6-2. I think the Dolphins do get it done. I mean, they're in a dome. The Dolphins play well in a dome. They're in a good atmosphere. I think it'll happen. Next up, though, Thursday Night Football, short week versus the Baltimore Ravens. I do think the Dolphins are going to lose this game. You're going against Lamar Jackson, who is having his homecoming, and that's a rough matchup, to be honest with you. That's a tough matchup, all right? I mean, Lamar Jackson, we saw what happened last time or 2 times ago he went down to Miami, all right? 2019, he lit us up. And it was bad. I mean, he put like 50-some points up on us. Last time we played, they put like 50 points up on us. The Ravens have our number most parts. It's either going to be a blowout or it's going to be a really close Dolphins W, and I would lean towards more the Ravens here. Next up, though, we're playing the Buffalo Bills, and I think we will win this game. All right, guys, I know, sounds crazy, but this is the second matchup of the year. We are back at home. It's not going to be cold. The Dolphins typically play the Bills pretty well about one time a year. Usually it's the second matchup. The Dolphins could have won last year. I think the Dolphins will win. They haven't beat the Bills in 2 years, and I think that will change here. I know I'm highly optimistic, but I can just see it happening. I just feel it in the air, guys. I just feel it in the air. I think the Dolphins will get it done. Next up, versus Washington in Spain. I think the Dolphins will get it done. All right, reasons of this. So the Dolphins, they've played international a good amount. I think that will definitely add to it. They're a little older than this Washington team. I think this will be a great matchup, though, but I don't know how good Washington's going to be next year. I'm really excited to see their team, but was it a fluke or was it a legit run? We'll find out. I'm excited, though. I think that's going to be a great game. Again, another game I can see going either way. I think Jaden Daniels is the truth, though, but I don't know. I just don't see the Dolphins losing this game in Spain. They are the home team. The Dolphins start strong. Usually they do. They will start with an 8-3 record going to the bye. And I do have them going to 9-3 versus New Orleans. New Orleans sucks. They're at home. There's no reason they shouldn't lose this game. Next up, Jets on the road. I have them losing this game. They're not going to, sweep every divisional opponent. And I do think the Dolphins will lose to the Jets here. Cold weather. It just sounds like a nightmare for the Dolphins. Give me the Jets here, and the Dolphins will go to 9-4. Next up, they're going to lose another game to Pittsburgh. Monday Night Football on the road. Probably be snowing, freezing. Pittsburgh's going to be going wild, and give me the Steelers here, man. I'm not going to lie. This one's going to hurt because I do not want to lose to no damn Steelers, but just the way the game is, I'm a realist. We've seen what the Dolphins have done in the cold weather on prime time, and I just can't back them anymore. Next up, Bengals. I have them losing the Bengals. I think that the Dolphins will get a little cold here towards the end of the season. They usually do. They drop a lot of games towards the end of the season. I do think they'll lose this Bengals team, who's the absolute opposite of the Dolphins. They start slow, they finish fast. The Dolphins, they start fast, finish slow. So I do think that the Dolphins will lose this game in Cincinnati. They are a very scary team in December. Next up, Tampa Bay. I think the Dolphins will win this game. They're at home. There's no reason they shouldn't lose this game. Tampa Bay is a good team, though, with Baker Mayfield. This could be a very high-scoring game, in my opinion. I think this game has a ton of potential. It's going to be a very good one. Another game that could go either way, but for the sake of this video, I have the Dolphins going to 10 wins here. And last but not least, the New England Patriots. We sweep them usually. We usually beat them every time we play, but I have the Patriots winning this game. I have us splitting with them. They taken the game at home. I could see it. It's tough to be a team twice in a season, and I do think the Patriots have made a bunch of strides, and I do think that they will be a good opponent this year. I think the Patriots will be a tough team to beat. I don't think they'll be a free dub, so I do think the Patriots will take this game here, guys. Overall, I have the Dolphins finishing with a 10-7 record, which I think could be good enough for a playoff spot in the AFC. I do think it'll be good enough, let's be honest, guys. But I do think the Dolphins will make the playoffs this year. I think a lot of teams are forgetting about this high-powered offense when everyone's healthy. I do think the Dolphins will be ready. Mike McDaniel is coaching with his career on the line here, so I do think that they will have a fire under them. Everyone's called them soft. Everyone has made fun of them in the past. I do think that they will wake up this year, and I'm really optimistic about this Dolphins team. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see the other parts of the series and the other teams next, make sure to subscribe to the boy, man. Stay tuned, and make sure to comment and like the video. Comment down below what you want to see next, what teams you want to see next. It'd mean the absolute world to me if you guys could do that, and I appreciate every single one of you guys who clicked on this video. Most importantly, have a blessed day, guys. I hope to see you guys in the next one. It's your boy Ace, signing out. Peace.